Welcome to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats, powered by the College of Southern Nevada. Each week, we'll be featuring business owners and entrepreneurs that will provide their personal recipes for business, powerful conversations, and knowledge of the business world. We amplify the stories of various backgrounds, cultures, and expertise. Our self-identity is as diverse as our social community. We cultivate a community of like-minded individuals that share their different perspectives, broadening our worldview. Are you ready? This is the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome back to the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the BIB Podcast, where everybody eats. Under the operation at the College of Southern Nevada here at the North Las Vegas campus for another sweet, sensational episode. I am your host, Sean Tory, with our guest host,
Tinya Marie,
and our DJ Icebreak, but unfortunately he's not here today, so we're going to continue to rock on in his honor. Our episode today is called Quality Desserts with Penny Cakes, with a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is providing quality desserts that exceed clients' expectation. Our guest today created a home-based, licensed local business that has proudly served the Las Vegas community since 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2018, today's guest is a self-taught cake artist. She's a self-taught cake artist who specializes in custom fondant. Yes, buttercream cakes, cupcakes, cake pops, and more. My mouth is getting watery, ladies and gentlemen. Crafting these beautiful cakes with her partner EJ. Huge shout out to EJ. They take pride in creating each piece with love. I like that, ladies, gentlemen, and the perfectionist, the crafter, the tremendous founder and CEO of Penny Cakes, Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, Latasha Alessi. What's up?
Hi.
So how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to see you, man. So huge shout out to Miss Tinya over here. Yes, so let the people know about you too, Queen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tinya Marie. I'm actually a current student at CSN, also your president of the Black Student Union here at the North Las Vegas campus. Yeah. Please come check us out.
Talk that talk.
Business major.
Come on.
I love business. That is my career path, one of many of my career paths. I'm 23 and young.
Let's go.
Plan on furthering my education. You know, I started college at a different age.
Right.
You know, I wasn't the
traditional,
come out of high school, go straight to college. Now I kind of took a gap year, if you want to say. But I'm enjoying every moment of it. I'm so thankful for this opportunity.
Of course, man.
Thank you to the BIB Podcast for this great opportunity to start something new.
Something new.
New.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let y'all know. So yes, one of the things about the podcast, right, is about creating opportunity, right? And so I was talking to our boss, Mr. Kevin Rayford, my fraternity brother. Huge shout out to Rayford. So when we was talking, he was like, hey, we need to have multiple guest hosts, right? Because we want to make sure we're hitting diverse market, like truly, because if we're going to be the business information buffet, at the buffet, there's multiple options, right? And so we were like, hey, what about getting a student? And so I went to Rayford's class, and that's where Miss Tinya was, but I knew Tinya because of BSU and everything. And so I opened the opportunity. I was like, hey, whoever wants to be a guest host, come. And she came, watched it one Saturday, and she was like, can I do an episode with you? I was like, all right, let's get it. Very cool. So this is her first one. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.
But I had to bring her on for Miss Latasha. Like Miss Latasha here, I've known her for 20 years.
Wow. I didn't know we were going to say that on the air.
I said it. You ain't got to say it. And it's crazy to say, like, yeah, it's like 6th grade. That's when I met this one right here. That was 20 years ago, and that's crazy to think about, but it's the reality. And so, Latasha, please tell us a little bit about you. Just tell us about yourself. Tell people about yourself.
Okay. I'm Latasha. I am a mother of 3.
Come
I've
on.
got 3 littles.
Come on.
Yep. Grayson, Elijah, and Penny.
Penny. That's her.
I was born and raised in Las Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, I was on a road, working job to job, doing some school, and really just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I really had to take a step back and acknowledge, what my true passion was, and that's baking.
Right.
And it really started off really small. I had no idea that it would blow up to be a huge business, but
Right.
I was like a little lost soul for the longest time, and I grounded now and doing what I'm doing, but it was a long time coming. Other things, I'm just really got this creative personality and this drive to just do what I want to do.
Right.
Yeah. And I have that freedom now that I have this home-based business. So I'm definitely blessed and grateful for that.
Right.
Of course. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations as a mother.
Oh, yes.
3.
Yes. And that was, really what drove me to do what I did is, working all these jobs and just trying to make it and figure out what you want to do with school. Is like so much time was taken away from my kids. And once I did start selling cakes and selling treats, I realized with the numbers, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Like, This is actually a business. Like, I'm making money off of this. Like, it could work. And the goal was always to work from home so I could be with my children.
Right.
We live in a pretty scary world. So, yeah, you guys know. So, if anything, you trust yourself to be with your kids more than anything. So, to have that opportunity, I was like, I got to do it.
And like, speaking of which, being in the workforce, what skill sets helped you learn to operate your business?
Listen, I always say that timing is everything.
Right.
I never look back and say, man, I should have started this a long time ago, because that's not true. Like, jobs that I've had in the past, like my first job was, at a smoothie joint, and I was floor manager there for some time. And I worked at Panera Bread. I was on the catering team. I also was a lifestyle director for a 55 up living community. And I look back on that, I'm like, all of these jobs led me to understand how to run my own,
right?
From the smoothie place, like management,
Right.
From Panera Bread, catering management, understanding both ends of, taking care of clients and also being a client, lifestyle director, understanding on that end of, reaching out to businesses. We need to hire these businesses for, to come out to the community, understanding what they were looking for. So every single job that I took on led me to be able to smoothly run and operate my own.
Right.
So it happened the way it was supposed to, I believe.
It really did, because you worked jobs that were similar.
Exactly. Not even really knowing either. Like, I was just picking up
Isn't that
jobs.
crazy how the universe, God, whatever
Listen.
power you believe in,
Right.
Listen,
That's true.
it always makes sure you get what you need when you need it.
Get what you need when you need it.
Yeah.
Leads you right down the path that you're
It's
not even
insane.
seeing.
I didn't even recognize it until I was already in it. And I'm like, yeah, it was meant to be such a slow process. And for me to, gain these relationships with people and gain these skills along the way. So, because I'm not going to knock anybody, but there are people who I see who are running their own businesses who they don't understand small things like communicating with clients. Like, I'm just going to say that.
It's
a hard one, but if you've worked in customer service for so long,
You understand.
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And then even like you said, that customer perspective versus being that caterer, that owner perspective.
been on
You got
both ends.
both ends.
Exactly.
Trust me, I feel you, because I remember the first glimpse of customer service, I was selling women's perfume.
Wow, that's
And,
crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that, right?
No.
But I know it was good with the Daisy and the Marc Jacobs, Dolce & Gabbana Blue, Cool Blue. Chanel No. 5. I don't know why people get it. That's disgusting. But
Yeah, it's
Chanel Chance.
I actually-
but those things you learn, like you read off people, like
Absolutely.
you ask certain questions, like, hey, do you like what do you like, fruit or what do you like, sweet? Like
you learn your product so that you can sell it.
Exactly.
Right.
So I can imagine, because not only that, you bear this with gifts. You see?
Yes. The cake lady cannot show up without cake. Like, I bear gifts. Absolutely. It's all love.
We love gifts.
I love gifts. And I love gifts that I can eat.
Hey, listen.
Preferably edible gifts.
There we go.
I'm giving this to wifey as soon as she come home. She come home. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna share it with her, because wifey, my lady, she's on a volleyball tournament, but she comes back today.
She's gonna be hungry.
So you know what I'm saying?
She deserves it.
She does.
I'm gonna eat this with her.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So on the part of your journey, right? Can you think of a time that you planned something and it didn't go accordingly? Like, how did you make it work?
So I actually thought that a similar question would pop up. So I thought long and hard of the many obstacles I've been through along this journey. I want to speak about a time where, first and foremost, I run and operate the business by myself.
Yeah.
The baking
Champion. Come on. With 3 kids.
I'm talking
three of them.
From taking inquiries to communicating with clients to accepting payments and handling that, actually making the cake, getting it to them safely. That's all me. My partner EJ, he does help with some. Yeah, partner. I can't. Hey, listen, he's my assistant. He didn't apply for the position, but
he was sworn into the position.
He was sworn in.
He assumed the position.
Yeah, there we go. So he does help a lot. I definitely want to give him a shout out. But
shout out to EJ, man.
There was one situation where I let somebody who I trust. Let me go back a little bit. Both my boys were in sports at the same time. Saturdays were insane. They both had games every Saturday. And I had pickups all Saturday morning. So I had somebody who I trusted take care of my clients. And all she had to do was just give them the cake. Have a great day. There was a miscommunication between her and one of my clients, and the client wanted a change to the cake.
Right.
Now, this person is not a cake artist. Mm-hmm. She just was there to lend a helping hand, which I appreciate her for. But I literally had to drop everything I was doing, come all the way from one end of Vegas to the next, which, I think the drive was like 50 minutes. And I had to leave my baby's game and get there and take care of it. And, my client is like kind of freaking out a little bit, like, is this going to work out? Like, I paid for this cake. I needed it, this way. And is she going to be able to get there and handle it? And I did. And I fixed it, and it was fine. And I delivered to her free, and I gave it to her free and brought it to her front door and made sure everything was smoothed out. But let me tell you, that was probably one of the most stressful days of my entire career. Like, it was like, is this going to work out?
Perseverance.
It was, but I had to like drop everything and like take care of it, because this is my job. Like, this is everything I work for. It could have literally been done with one bad review. And this person who was helping me out, like, I don't think that she realized the severity of that. Like, one person got to say, you know what, I had a bad experience with penny cakes at LV, like, it's like. And
that can be detrimental, because
absolutely
as many positive feedback you'll get, the one,
and that's what people see.
Man.
So I go above and beyond all the time to make sure my clients are fine. Like, some people might say, you're doing too much. I'm not.
Right.
Because I want to make sure that they have the utmost best experience.
Right.
Because that's what's important to me. Not just the cake, the whole experience. Absolutely.
And I kid you not, we pride ourselves that here.
Yeah, I could tell.
we pride that. Like, we want you, when you come here, you feel at home. Like, we don't want you to feel like.
Because it's already an environment that's kind of like, dang, I'm going to have to answer these questions. I'm being interviewed. Mm-hmm. So the more relaxed the environment, the more comfortable and willingly you open up.
Look at Tinya out here.
You got to just think about it.
Yeah,
you don't want to go into an environment you're like, oh my God.
And that's how it felt coming in. I won't lie. I was like complaining the whole way here, like, I do not speak well in front of people, but it's all love here. You can tell.
You see the vibe?
You could tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, listen, you flowing just perfectly. What you mean? But I get it though. Like, it's a, like, when you do, like, listen, I got a podcast later that I'm going to be interviewed for, and so I'm on the seat, but you don't know what you're walking into. So I definitely understand that pressure. Yep. You know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I promise you, like, there's like little recipes that you add in, right? So just like you figure out your special recipes and all that.
So what are some things that you experienced that you thought that were going to work out in theory but didn't work out in theory, and how did you handle that? How did you work around your thoughts and manifestations?
How'd you work it?
How'd you do it?
Things that I experienced that I thought would go one way but didn't.
Yeah.
That could have worked out in theory but didn't go that way in practice.
I want to even say these little penny cakes I brought you guys just now.
What?
I swear to you. So this was my big idea with this, was that they're little 3-inch cakes. They're small. Some people don't want a whole cake. Some people just want a little taste, right? Just a little something to snack on, just like you mentioned earlier. This I thought would just skyrocket. I thought that people would love this idea. I get a lot of like clients who are just like, I don't want to spend money on a huge cake. I just want a little taste. These hardly get any type of, people don't order these. It's hilarious to me because I'm like, I don't feel like they don't know what they're missing out on. But the penny cakes is something that like I thought, and I had invested so much money into like the packaging for it and just pans and all kinds of stuff for it.
But they're missing out. I
appreciate you saying that because I feel the same way.
Workout junkie. I am a gym rat kind of girl. These little indulging moments with these baby desserts.
I know.
Yeah.
It gave me chills when I smelled this thing.
I'd be like, cheat day's here. I can have this good dessert.
Give me that.
Yeah.
I thought that these were just gonna, I thought this was gonna be like my signature item,
right?
Above like the custom cakes and the treats and things. I said, this is it. I said to EJ, I said, this is it. This is the 3-inch cake. This is the penny cake. It's tiny. It's petite. It's perfect.
So how do you work around that? Like, how do you?
I try to introduce it in a different way, and I'm still trying to push it. But I like I mentioned with timing earlier, I really feel like timing's everything. I feel like in the future, one of my main goals is to have a food cart. Not a whole truck, but just like a cart that can be parked at like weddings, celebrations, and it's going to be really clean and cute. And I feel like these little penny cakes, that's when they're going to make their huge debut because people are going to want these. I need 200 penny cakes for my bachelorette party or whatever. I don't know. And I think that's when these are going to really hit. Right now, it's not working. I introduce it in a different way. I have clients who will inquire about wedding cakes and they'll say, we really want to try more than one flavor. Do you have like tastings? And I say, I have the perfect thing for you. I sell a 4-pack of penny cakes for $35 and you can try more than one flavor.
Right.
And so I kind of had to go around it in that way. Right. I feel like they gonna hit eventually.
Just stay the course. Yep. Trust the process.
Trust the process. Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Trust the process.
That's business though.
Yeah, it is.
That is just staying the course.
Absolutely.
Like, Nipsey Hussle said it's a marathon.
Yes, it is.
Speak that, talk that talk.
Go ahead and quote him.
You definitely have to work at things like that.
Yep. It doesn't mean I'm giving up on this. It just means we'll figure out where we can push it at a different time.
Right.
Agreed. Yep. And Tasha, I'm sorry, we got to put you in this. You ready? What we about to do?
I'm already knowing because I listened to your podcast early, so
she's like, I think I got this.
I know what's going on now. I know they know tricks up your sleeve. Go ahead.
I studied you before I came in.
But like folks, like man, listen.
I didn't want to get surprised.
Man, look at she studied. Well, since you know, doggy, we gonna put you in the hot seat, doggy. Yep. Man, listen, I was excited to put you in there, and now I can't even be excited no more.
I saw you do it to do amazing.
Yeah, do amazing.
I saw you do it to her, and I was like, oh, I feel like they're gonna do that to me.
Do it every time. And in this segment, this is where we provide depth questions, right?
Okay.
We want to really like know more about you and your business because we used to go super fast. Like we'll ask you back to back, but we said, let's put you in the hot seat to really ask the question so folks can really truly know the meaning, right?
Okay.
So, Miss Tasha, can you let us know where did the name Penny Cakes come from?
It comes from my daughter, Penny.
Come on, Penny.
Penny Cakes LV used to be panache cupcakes. Panache cupcakes is something that my mother decided on, and she is if you ever met Miss Patsy,
I have met Miss Patsy. She's dope.
She's very.
I met her years ago. She's super dope.
She's Patsy, all right. So she said panache cupcakes is very elegant, and a lot of people, believe it or not, could not pronounce panache, how it's spelled and how they just were messing it up. And I said, I need something that just like clicks better. And I had my daughter Penny, she's 3 now. And I said,
She's so
you know
sweet, by the way.
what?
She's so
Penny
sweet.
Cakes LV. I said, that really like sticks with me.
Right.
I like it. And she's my only girl, you know, so.
No, salute. Because
Mama's girl.
Mama's girl,
I'm
right?
definitely a mama's girl.
So you know.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know your daughter's name at the time, but because I really, and it's crazy. I asked that question because I was like, "Did you get it from Penny Proud?" Like,
No.
I was like, I didn't want to get demonetized or anything, so I was like, oh yeah, proud family, right?
Nope.
No,
Right.
no.
No.
EJ
it's
named
never
Penny. EJ always wanted the name Penny.
That's dope.
And he said, boy or girl, whatever we have, the name will be Penny. And Penny is my daughter, and Penny Cakes LV is hers.
Come on, that's dope.
So knowing Penny, and I'm pretty sure she loves the dessert.
Yes, she does.
She loves looking,
She loves
icing, and everything.
sweets and everything, and she thinks that she works. She thinks that she also is my assistant. So I will set her up on the far end of the counter.
Right.
So for contamination purposes.
Of course.
And she will do her work over there.
So which icing is better, whipped or buttercream?
Buttercream, by far. I
I
hardly
agree.
get
I
any people
honestly don't
inquire
know
about
the
whipped.
difference.
You don't know the difference?
Enlighten me.
Oh, well, I'll let you.
It's
I'll
the
let the
butter.
expert get
That's
the butter.
all it is. Because my buttercream is very similar to whipped cream, to what a whipped cream would be, except for it is smooth and it's got butter.
It's like an enriching taste too.
Yes,
like whipped
it's
cream.
creamy.
Yeah, it's creamy.
Whipped cream
It's
is
like-
whipped cream.
it's
Yeah,
whipped-
but I would say for
Oh,
texture
okay.
purposes,
Yeah.
same texture, but just imagine like just buttery
sweet.
smoothness.
Yes.
Yes. If you want whipped cream, go to Albertsons.
Because like I'm definitely a pound cake, regular pound cake icing,
Classic.
pound cake classic kind of
Classic.
girl.
Right, right.
So
That kind of stuff you don't even need frosting. I
know.
Are you kidding
Right,
me?
you know.
You don't even need frosting.
That's true.
Some fresh fruit.
Call that.
Look
thing.
I'm getting hungry.
Listen, I'm looking at this and I'm
look,
like,
it's looking at
I
me.
should have
I'm
brought you
looking
guys
at it.
forks.
It's staring at me.
okay, I'm gonna share this with my fiance. I'm gonna do good. And,
Okay, let's
and
see if we get.
because I'm gonna go
We're
home
gonna
and
ask
put
her
this in
later.
front- No, I got you.
Did you get that treat from?
I got you. Because what? So like, as you grew into this profession, which man, I thought you went to school for this. I'm not
I
gonna
did
lie.
not. I
That's
will
crazy.
Keep it so real with you. My mother was a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
My
okay.
dad worked
Uh-huh.
our whole lives. He actually owns his own business, CompMed PPO. He owns his
Right.
own business. Started it from the dirt, and so that work ethic is something that I gather from him,
Right.
from her. That just homey, nourishing vibe is from my mother.
That's dope.
And yeah, I remember her baking fresh homemade breads and cakes and donuts and things like that when we were younger. And I was always super inspired by her patience with it. I remember peeking in the kitchen and she would just be in her own zone.
Right.
That was her therapy. This is my therapy.
See, that's dope.
Crazy
This is my
thing is,
therapy.
a girl's first inspiration is her parents.
Yeah. Oh,
that's true.
absolutely.
Or a boy's
It's like,
our parents.
Absolutely.
So-
I get that work ethic from my dad. I am a workaholic. Ask anybody.
no, that's
I am
true.
the hardest working person,
is
like
true.
any of my
Charged.
friends know. I'm always
is true.
working, but I also get that really like nourishing aspect about me and just that calm from my mom.
Come on.
Yeah, and she inspired me to start. She
So-
said, "You need to start selling cakes, Tasha."
So what are some common mistakes you see with other small dessert businesses like that they make?
When you own your own business, you are responsible for putting it out there. Unless you want to hire somebody, which, if you're a small business, I doubt it.
Right.
So, I'm wearing my Penny Cakes LVT right now.
Right.
You
I'm
gotta promote.
always promoting it. I see mistakes sometimes with, angles with taking pictures, those kinds of things. Like find a clean space where we're not seeing everything in your kitchen.
In the background.
You just want to see the
Yeah.
cake, those kinds of things. So, invest in a nice camera or a nice phone, those kinds of things. But I would say really that's it. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I see the potential in this cake, but I really can't see it
Right.
because the Android or whatever. Not knocking Androids, that's fine. But invest so that you can promote, and you have to get out there. You have to put your name out there. Like I'm very humble. I will go to a parking lot nearby and put all my cards on the cars.
Right.
Like you have to start. If you want it,
Get it
you have to blow it up yourself.
Have to.
You have to blow it up yourself. You can't depend on nobody else.
at all.
That's true.
And you have to remember to remain humble.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are some benefits of your service? Like what makes Penny Cakes different?
Like I mentioned before, with me, it's going to be an experience. my cakes are not the cheapest on the market, but they're also not the most expensive. Like I'm never gonna, I see a lot of dessert homeowners who, you know, they're raising their prices because everything else is being raised. I'm not gonna raise my prices, like, because I know that mother of 5 who's gonna need a cake for each kid this year is, you know, her prices, you know, she's expecting the same prices. Like I think that's part of me just staying humble too. Like, I don't feel like that's going to affect whether or not I get bigger or not. Like,
Right.
I think that by remaining loyal to clients who've been coming to me for years and, you know, keeping around the same prices and that kind of thing, like that'll keep them coming back. Like you're going to receive the same type of you're going to receive really good customer service when you come to me too. Like I'm going to do all this following up with you, making sure that you're fine, making sure that you enjoyed the product or whatever. And I just feel like my clients realize that, like they recognize that and they appreciate it. Like she didn't have to reach out to me, make sure I liked the cake.
Of course,
you know, she got my money. I got the cake. We're good. No.
Going
make sure.
Going that, but that also comes back from your experience in the workforce.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All of it tied in together. Like, so yeah, I think just the experience alone it's like it, you know, people recognize it and they appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
How has penny cakes been a benefit to the Las Vegas community?
I mean, I've been serving quality cakes to the Las Vegas area since 2018. I think that we're just going to get bigger from here. Like, we're home based right now. And like I mentioned before, that's because I want to stay close to my littles.
Right.
But, you know, Penny's 3, she's going to be 4 soon going to school.
Come on, man.
So I have it in the works now to, you know, have a storefront at some point.
Man,
to have that cart, to have a truck. You know, we're trying to expand and we're only starting.
Yeah.
We're only starting.
So how is it going from a 9 to 5 to creating your own hours?
It was a relief in the beginning because I had been working the full-time lifestyle director job. I had my 3 littles and I was doing penny cakes LV full-time as well.
Right.
And I had my mans and you know, that's a job too.
That's a job.
So that was a lot going on.
Hold on now.
No, not
you're
in a
right.
bad way.
I get what you mean. I know what you mean.
It is.
But
You know,
I know what you mean.
tension.
It is.
She's a mom. She owns a business. She's working outside of that, and then
It was
she got to make a way.
It was a lot. So I remembered like that first month just being a little stressed, thinking like, okay, I done took away half the income. So let's see if this works.
Right.
And I also felt like relief. Like I didn't feel like I was juggling so much. I'm like, okay, I'm waking up and I'm getting the kids to school and it's a lot smoother because I'm not rushing out the door to go to my 9 to 5.
Right.
So just eliminating that 9 to 5, it took my stress level down.
Right.
It brought it up in other ways, but it took it down.
But you also say you're doing something that's your therapy, so it took it down for you in a better way.
Absolutely.
That work wasn't the work environment wasn't the
Exactly.
stressor anymore.
It wasn't. And you know, the work environment becoming, you know, kind of being joined with my home environment, that was kind of tricky at first too.
Right.
You know, just trying to decide. I really had to decide what business hours were going to be and what, you know, home hours were going to be. And I really had to do a good job at trying to like not mix those two.
Those two.
And so like if I'm off at 5 p.m., I cut my phone off. Like I will put on silent. I let all my clients know, like, you're not gonna be able to reach me after this time because it's family time. Right. So it was kind of hard to kind of separate those two. But once we got that figured out, it was a lot better.
It was sailing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you made it through the hot seat.
All right.
Look at you.
It wasn't that hard.
It wasn't bad.
She moved my surprise. Now.
Right.
I couldn't get her.
Right.
Nope.
She's
not
like,
this one.
I'm already prepared.
No, seriously.
I did the studying. I read the cliff notes. I came here ready.
I was already nervous, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't getting caught off guard now.
Well, you know, now we're going to transition to our next segment, which is the sauce.
The sauce.
You also get lost in the sauce.
So in this segment here, this is what gives us more insight of our guests, where we ask, like, what's your special ingredient for your business, right? Okay. Where this is where you tell us why nobody can duplicate what you do. So tell us, Latasha, what makes Penny Cakes LV a business nobody can duplicate what you do?
I mentioned before, I am the only one running this.
Come on.
Okay.
Let
I don't have any
louder for the people in the back.
I run this. No.
What Beyonce say?
No,
What'd she say?
seriously. No, I'm running it alone. At some point, I will probably hire people underneath me, especially if we expand and get that storefront. But right now, it is just me. I can't clock out. I can't, take a day off. It is just me.
Right.
Yep. And that's what makes it special for now. That answer might be different in a couple years, but for now, it's like, okay, everything is coming from me.
That's right.
Yep.
Right. And that's the beautiful part of it.
Thank you.
So, what's the secret? Because, I like to drink tea. I don't have any here with me. So, what's tea, honey? What's the secret? What is your secret of running Penny Cakes, keeping it alive?
I would say staying hungry. I always have to feel like, okay, I want more. Once I get complacent, and I do have my days, and I'm just like, I'm not going to answer orders. I'm not going to do anything work related. I kind of just like pick myself up because I'm like, I can't feel that way. Like,
Right.
I want this to be big, so I have to always remain hungry for it.
Yeah.
Always.
Right.
I always have to be working.
I love it.
I can relate to that big time. Being in
absolutely.
school, wanting what I want out of life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't be wanting to go to class.
Yeah, you might roll out of bed and be like, today's not the day, but you got to make it the day.
Right.
You gonna go to class?
Yeah.
Right, look, I'd be like, well, can my GPA afford?
Nope.
No.
And I'd be like, no, because I want to go to this college, that college.
See?
So
Yep. So
that
you understand.
Yes, I do. The hunger to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
So man, man, thank you for giving us that sauce.
You don't got no
You know what I'm
sauce,
saying? Because you gave us that recipe that led us to the
You don't got no
sauce.
sauce, man. You like
And then she added a little bit more seasoning in
She
her
did.
recipe.
She did.
She told us about the buttercream.
Talk about the buttercream. Listen, don't keep telling me because
I'm sorry.
because I'm looking at this thing
You share with your wife.
I'm gonna share with the wife. Let me not. But I want to thank you, Latasha. Thank you for coming on to the
Thank you
show,
so
and
much.
just thank you for just allowing us to make you feel at home.
Gracing us with your presence.
Thank
Your
you.
energy is just
I
so
love it.
bliss.
Tasha's always
I
been
appreciate it.
You've always been ahead of your time, and I never had a chance to tell you that. Like we've known each other for a long time, and you see me grow, of course, right?
Yep.
And I've always admired you because I can say firsthand she is a hard worker. Like I remember being in class where she was on point, like, and I just was like, yeah, let me get my stuff together,
But
right?
see, that connection is beautiful too.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Friendship.
Yeah,
Keep your connections, people.
you should
Keep your connections. Stay
Definitely.
connected with people, and that's beautiful. 10 years. 10 years in the works, right?
10 plus.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just say
10
that.
plus, right? 10 plus friendships, man. And so,
Nice.
as we transition to our last segment, the happy hour, ladies and gentlemen, and actually, we got something for you. On behalf of the Business Information Buffet podcast, we have a gift for you. Yes.
What do we got here?
That's for you. Go ahead and look up
some
in there.
swag.
Some swag.
I got some bib swag.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
All right, look at that.
See,
all of my
look at
dad
the hat.
caps.
See,
That's
you
perfect.
can't come up in here and give us gifts, and we can't give you.
gifts.
Come on.
And you gotta love a person. I'm from the South, baby. You gotta love somebody who comes bearing gifts.
Bearing gifts. That's right.
Bearing
It's like
gifts.
Christmas around here.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. All right. Thank you guys so
No,
much.
No,
Of course.
thank you.
I appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
So this last segment, this is where we take a toast between the hosts and the guests on with toast to success, whatever's going great, big or small for you. So, Latasha, tell us what's going on great for you that we can take a toast to.
That we made it through our first year.
Come on.
And we're making it.
You're
It's
making it?
only getting bigger from here. It's only getting bigger.
Toast and many blessings to Penny Cakes. Yes.
I don't know how you do it.
Me?
I don't know how. I mean, I know.
Blame college days.
Yeah.
We can drink like half.
Yeah. We're like, okay. I'll take a sip.
Yeah, y'all can take a sip. Just blame the college days. That's all I can say. But Latasha, please drop all your social handles. Tell people where they can find
Brag
you.
about yourself.
All that, please.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find you.
Absolutely. Penny Cakes LV. We have a website, pennycakeslv.com. It's pretty much going to be the same thing for all social platforms. We are on Facebook, Penny Cakes LV. We are on Instagram at PennyCakesLV. And believe it or not, we are on TikTok, PennyCakesLV.
Right. They on TikTok.
Yes.
Doing the dances,
They
the
doing the
challenges.
dance
Oh no, we don't dance.
We don't dance.
We don't dance much. There will be a lot of cake tutorials and tips and that kind of thing.
Right.
So
but
check
there will
it
be
out.
no dancing. Sorry.
No dancing. But informative. Still worth your
That's right.
time.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
funny. So, and ladies and gentlemen, you all can follow us, the Business Information Buffet Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, the.bib.podcast.com. I mean, not .com. That's Instagram. So the.bib.podcast. Follow us there. If you want to find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, The Bib Podcast, make sure you follow us there. Our website is www.bibpodcastnv.com. You can follow us there.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, promote,
Yes.
repost. If you learned something,
If
tell
you
us what
learned
you
something,
learned. Comment down below.
Comment down below.
Promote yourself too.
Say
Maybe
it.
we can have you here as well. We'd love to
Absolutely.
see new faces,
Yes.
even if you're not from Las Vegas.
Talk about it.
We would love to see you here. And
Yes.
again, thank you, Sean. Thank
Hey,
you,
come on.
Latasha,
Yeah,
for
thank you for
having
having
me
me.
here.
Of
I
course.
definitely enjoyed this moment.
I'm already
This was
know.
awesome.
So and Latasha, we all thank you on behalf of the Bib staff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Business Information Buffet Podcast, also known as the Bib Podcast, where everybody eats. I am your host, Sean Tory, with our guest host
Tinya Marie.
and our DJ Icebreak, and we are out of here. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Peace.